All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those patterns that we noticed in the last part of the lesson here and see if we can make a rule that works for all fraction multiplication problems. So if we take a look at this problem here, 1/2 times 1/2, we notice that 1/2, or 1, for our numerators, 1 times 1 equals 1. That's the pattern. It's just simple multiplication straight across. Just like in addition, when you're adding fractions, you add the numerators. When we're multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerators. What about the denominators, though? What's happening with the denominators? Well, again, when we're multiplying fractions, it looks like we're just multiplying 2 times 2 to get 4. Now, when we're adding fractions, like 1/4 plus 1/4, that equals 2/4. Notice that when we're adding fractions, the denominator stays the same. But here, when we're multiplying fractions, we multiply the numerator and the denominator. So we multiplied 1 times 1 equals 1, and 2 times 2 equals 4. Let's see if it works for our next multiplication problem here. Okay, well, does 1 times 2 equal 2? Yes. Does 2 times 3 equal 6? Yes. So our rule works for both of these multiplication problems, and our rule works for all fraction multiplication problems. Let's go ahead and write that rule down. So our rule is, for fraction multiplication, multiply the numerator and denominator. It's as simple as that. So in your math notebook, you'll want to make sure to go ahead and write that rule down. Make sure you've got it handy because you may need those notes in case you forget, how do I do fraction multiplication? How does that work? Well, rather or rather I should say before you ask me or ask a friend, you should try to answer that problem on your own. So pause if you need to and go ahead and write this down. Multiply the numerator and denominator. Once you've got that, let's try out a couple of these problems on your own. All right, 2/3 times 1/4. So remember that rule. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and you'll have your answer. Try it out and go ahead and unpause when you're done to see how you did. All right, if you've already solved this problem, check out how I do this, and let's make sure you had the same answer. 2 times 1 equals 2. 3 times 4 equals 12. 2/3 times 1/4 equals 2/12. Is that the answer you got? Are you able to tell if it worked? Great job. And if you had any trouble, are you able to tell maybe what was giving you trouble? Let's try one more problem together before you work on these on your own. 1/5 times 1/2. Solve that in your math notebook on your own. When you're done, go ahead and unpause. All right, if you're done, let's see how you did. Let's see here. Now, 1 times 1 equals 1, and 5 times 2 equals 10. 1/5 times 1/2 equals 1/10. All right. Let me know if you have any questions on this. Otherwise, you'll be working on some fraction multiplication problems in the abstract on your own. Have fun with this. It's real cool and challenging work, and can't wait to see what you do.